Hello, and welcome to episode 6 of the 100 Spin Test, where I take roulette strategies and deliberately play them poorly. There are too many distractions which prevent people from playing perfectly. So the goal of this channel is to honestly see if certain flat betting strategies can deal with real-world situations. True to the channel's name, I will run 100 spins this session. Thanks to the house edge, which varies between 1.35 to 7.69%, a large number of consecutive unmodified bets can drain a bankroll. With any luck, we can uncover and exploit an exception. Today's test strategy is called Best Roulette Strategy of 2024. It was pulled from a YouTube video by a creator called 1000 Point. It's one of many strategies that cover all 37 numbers of a European roulette wheel and I suppose all 38 of an American wheel. Since I play online, I'll stick to the European game since it dominates with online casinos. There are 37 winning numbers out of a possible 37, giving you a 100% likelihood of winning on each spin. However, 12 of those quote-unquote winning numbers are truly losses. I've seen so many of these videos promising a 100% win rate and I find them to be very deceptive to novice players. Jack Ace critiques this behavior in a video about bet nullification. I've added links to the source video and Jack's video in the description. To this creator's credit, he or she did not hide the player's balance for the game. I did play this bet on the real version of the table that I use for my videos and I did indeed come out ahead 48 units or $12 Canadian using 25-cent units, and I'm certain that for some 100 spin tests, we may even come out ahead. However, I do think that this type of bet is not the best use of a player's resources, since they are betting money on losing spins and some casinos simply won't permit bets that cover most or all numbers on the table. At the end of the video, I'll suggest a bet that should return similar results and will satisfy a majority of roulette tables. Eliminating the unnecessary bets should show the player the true risks that they are taking with their money. To simplify things for analysis, I've reduced the unit to $1, euro, or pound. The bet consists of 61 units covering the 37 numbers on the roulette wheel. There is a straight-up 2-unit bet on 0 and 1 unit each on the 13 to 16, 14 to 17, 15 to 18, 16 to 19, 17 to 20, 18 to 21, 19 to 22, 20 to 23, and 21 to 24 splits, and 25 units each on the first and third dozens. You will win 14 units if the ball lands on the first or third dozen, and you will win 11 units if the ball lands on 0. However, you will lose 25 units if the ball lands on 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 or 21, and you will lose 43 units if the ball lands on 13, 14, 15, 22, 23 or 24. Based on the design of the empty chart at the bottom right of the screen, I'm giving you an idea which way this test is going to go. With that out of the way, let's speed things up and watch the progress. I'll be back at the end to summarize. The best roulette strategy of 2024 as played was a winner, but just barely. There were 72 wins, which was 4 more than expected, and there were 28 partial losses, which was 4 fewer than expected. We reached a high water mark of positive 169 units and a low of negative 141 before settling at a 14-unit profit at the end of the spins. After 100 spins, we were up only 14 units, which was less than a quarter of a bet. Had one win been a partial loss instead, then we would be in a losing position, but on the other hand, the spins beat the house edge by a large margin. I ran a few statistical tests on the results. I considered a partial loss a loss, otherwise the stats would be meaningless. The chi-square test indicated that these results were likely random. The average number of spins before we got a hit was 1.4 with a standard deviation of 0.7. That means that a little less than 2/3 of wins should have happened between 1 and 2 spins, and 95% of wins would have occurred between 1 and 3 spins. To eliminate bet nullification, I would bet 1 on 0, 16 each on the first and third dozens and none on the middle dozen. It's not a perfect match, but it reveals this strategy to truly be a simple 2-dozen bet with an incomplete hedge on the middle double street, plus a 0. If you continue to use this bet, plan your progressions and stop losses accordingly, and don't be tricked into thinking that you actually won if the ball lands on the middle dozen. Keep in mind that casinos are not there to make you rich. So test strategies on a simulator and read the critiques of any strategy that you are planning to use. Also, all roulette players should remember that no system works all the time and some don't work at all. I'm not dismissing this strategy, but unless you are using the superfluous bets for casino points, don't nullify bets. Be realistic and adjust your risk level accordingly. Good luck until the next time.